Hey guys, Dr. 5 here with episode number 22 of the Brighton career mode on FIFA 21. We're kicking this episode off, taking on Arsenal at the Amex. And if you remember, Arsenal are somewhat of a rival in this career. Obviously, in real life, Arsenal are looking to sign one of our players in Ben White. Hopefully, that doesn't go through, because then if it does go through, we're going to sell him in the game. And maybe even because the rumours are so heavy, we'll look to sell him this window and look to replace him this window as quickly as possible. But, as you can see, we do go 1-0 down to Arsenal. And we try and respond, but that was literally our best chance of the whole half. A pretty poor cross, which wasn't even headed by Tammy, it was headed by the defender. You can see Priest is still in the starting lineup this game. Trossard isn't quite back yet, and he does lose possession of the ball quite high up the field. Naby Keita plays the ball across, and it's a really nice pass there by Naby Keita, and a pretty simple and pretty easy finish. We're 2-0 down to Arsenal, as again Naby Keita has the ball stolen off of him by Dunk into the path of Tariq Lamptey, who plays it to Sam Johnson. But look at this, all of our defenders, no one is showing to Sam Johnson to even help him. He loses the ball to Martinelli. I'm not blaming that one on Sam Johnson, I'm blaming that one purely on the defence. No one moved to try and help him find a pass. Yes, he could have booted up upfield, but that's not the way we're trying to play here at Brighton. Lovely little tackle there from Ampadu, looking to start another attack for ourselves, but it seems like right now, too little too late, as Tammy does go through one-on-one, and he does finish. But as I said, too little too late, 3-1. We do try and make it 3-2 here with the former Arsenal man, Oxlade-Chamberlain going through, but it didn't quite work out. They clear the ball away, and we do lose 3-1 at home to Arsenal as the rivalry continues. As an offer for Pascal Gross, we accept it from West Ham, 6.9 million. Obviously looking for a Mark Noble replacement. And we do get 5.5 million of that. As again, we're going to play another rival. This time, Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. And if you remember, Callum Hudson-Odoi is one of the players in this that just runs our defence ragged, as Malpay has a chance here against Ndika, his fellow Frenchman. Cuts inside, strikes it across goal. It's a great save, though, by Jack Butland to deny us going 1-0 up 10 minutes into this game. As we're going to just play it around the back, trying to find a bit of space, bit of passing, bit of moving, as Malpay finds Tammy Abraham. Abraham through to McAllister, back in the first team now ahead of Priest, as we're going to cut inside with a nice little Ronaldo chop, shoot across goal. Very close to making it 1-0 again in this game. But Winks skips past the poor tackle from Ben White. He's caught out of position. There is space now in the middle for Mateta to run through in, and he tucks the ball home because because Ben White was caught upfield. Dunk had to cover for him. That meant there was space in the middle. That meant Mateta could run through. That meant we are 1-0 down. But after half time, we're going to make some substitutions. We're going to bring on Aaron Connolly for Neil Maupay. Just a bit of youth, you know. Hoping that'll work out as Tariq Lamptey puts in a great challenge there, wins back the ball. McAllister holding on to the ball, holding on to possession, knocks it through to Connolly, skips past his man really nicely, strikes it across goal. And we're back on level terms, 63 minutes into the game. Looks like the substitution was a good one, as it is now 1-1. We've still got a lot of time left to try and get a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth, who knows. But in the 77th minute, once again, McAllister on the ball, once again knocking it through to Connolly, who just slides between the two centre-backs there, holds off his man in Gigot, and then slots it past Jack Butland to make it 2-1. This man has flipped the game on its head. Our young Irishman comes in and does exactly what was asked of him. And he's still got time to try and get the hat-trick with 6 minutes remaining. Ampadu plays it infield to McAllister, who's got the assist for every goal so far. As Connolly and Tammy play a little nice little 1-2-3-4. Back through to Aaron Connolly, and he beats the keeper at the near post, securing the hat-trick, securing the 3 points. And most importantly, securing the victory over Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. As he does go and collect the match ball. Congratulations to Aaron Connolly. A great performance there, coming off the bench at half-time and coming on to score a hat-trick. Really, really good to see. As we're going to get into some transfer business as Wolves come in and offer for Neil Maupay, our 25-year-old French striker, 81 overall. And right now, I don't see him getting any better than that. So what we were going to do is we were going to look potentially at some Wolves players that maybe we could sign There's a couple of them that may be interested, maybe a bit of Adama to play on the wing. Maybe we switch up formation. But in the end, we did try and get 35 million on for him, but they would not go higher than 28. And in the end, they stormed out. As we get an offer here for Robert Sanchez, we're going to accept that from Bologna. And we are going to go into the next game. Obviously, Robert Sanchez was our main keeper until January last year. Then we signed Sam Johnson, who's been brilliant since. We then got back up in Joe Hart and in Angus Keane. And Brighton signed a keeper from Ajax in real life. So we'll probably look to sign him up and maybe sell on Joe Hart next year. And our three keepers will be Sam Johnson, the keeper from Ajax, and Angus Keane. And with hopes maybe that Angus Keane can grow in the next few seasons and become our first team keeper. But after the hat-trick against Crystal Palace, Aaron Connolly gets the start here against Leicester. And with Oxlade-Chamberlain scoring very early on in this game is the perfect start against a Leicester team that aren't that good. They seem to have regressed in this season and a half that we've done so far. Whereas we've progressed, they seem to have gone backwards. They've made a few good signings, but the team overall isn't the best. As you can see there, Trossard goes down on his comeback game. Thankfully, it's a bruised shoulder. It's only going to be 5 days out. Thankfully, you know, praying, thankfully. But a lovely little goal there from Iago Aspas. The Liverpool flop makes it 1-1. And as you can see at halftime, we're going to take off Trossard. We're going to bring on Priest for himself. And hopefully the youngster can get something done in this second half and get us back on to winning ways as they go for another lofted ball over top to Aspas. This time though, Sam Johnson, the sweeper keeper, comes to get it. And at that point, the referee blew his whistle. Thankfully, it was for offside because I thought maybe, just maybe, Sam Johnson had just given away a penalty. But it was just the offside call as Tammy Abraham goes one-on-one with Kasper Schmeichel, tucks it past him. And it seems like Tammy's back on good goal-scoring form, which is perfect to see coming into a pretty tough part of the season. You know, it's the part of the season where we want to push on and secure ourselves in the table. We're currently sitting 5th in the league, so that's not too bad. As we simulate this game against Luton in the FA Cup, we are through to the next round. And we've got an offer here from Valencia for Bernardo. We're going to straight up accept that, 7.4 million. And we've got an offer from Chelsea for Tariq Lamptey. If you remember last time out, Inter came in, we wanted 65 million. That was on deadline day right at the beginning of the season. Since then, he's improved. Once again, it is January, so we're going to put a bumper price on it. We want 75 million should Chelsea want their former academy player in Tariq Lamptey. He's only 21. He's 81 overall. But we've got, I think it's a fair price tag. All things considered, is English, the English tax everyone loves. They are not sold on that one, as Bernardo will be going to Spain, so we say goodbye to him. And we are going to go in for a new player. It is going to be Harvey Elliott from Liverpool. He's a youngster, had a good season in the Championship last season in real life. Maybe had some attitude problems a couple of years ago when he first joined Liverpool from Fulham, but it seems like he's over them now and he's just focused purely on the football, which is good to see. He's a very good talent. So it'll be interesting to see what Liverpool do with him this season in real life. But we can see it was about 22 million that we signed him for. And as for his wages, he wants 29k. He's going to have 295k signing on bonus. He gets a little bonus if he scores 10 goals. And he will be signing a 5-year deal with us here at the Amex as the first game that he is going to play. We're going to try out a new formation, a 4-3-3. As half an hour into the game, the first chance comes our way as Tammy. Nice little Ronaldo chop, it is blocked, and Koch gets the ball away, only as far as Mwepu. Chests it down to make the Niles on the turn, strikes it. Quite easily saved by Melier. And that was really the best chance of the first half. It really was not an entertaining first half. But Ben White into the path of Maitland-Niles. When you play Leeds, you know, you got to get the goals early and maybe they'll crumble. But you see there, Noni Madueke, formerly of PSV, or was it Ajax, or was it the other? I think it was PSV. He's joined Hertha Berlin, and he was a player I was looking at signing before we went for Harvey Elliott. Unfortunately, he joined Hertha Berlin, so I did have to go with Harvey Elliott, unfortunately. Would have been a really good signing, I think. But, you know, you don't always get what you want, and we're going to have to deal with Harvey Elliott, who's not a bad signing at all. You know, he's going to have the potential, definitely. As a first chance, sorry, not a first chance. A chance seems to come our way here as Oxlade-Chamberlain dinks the ball over the top to Tammy. Great strike, great finish. And it is Tammy with another goal in this game. And another goal in this episode. And it does seem like Tammy is back on the goal-scoring form, as we mentioned earlier in the episode, which is good to see. As we're 2-0 up against Leeds, we're cruising. There's 10 minutes remaining. There's no real panic. You know, we're playing comfortably. Some incredible balls. There's so much space available. I'm not even sure why, really. Just the way that Leeds are playing. You know, they play that high intensity. The players are knackered at this point, so we're just finding spaces here and there and everywhere. And we're just playing around them really nice there. Brilliant ball from Mwepu to Oxlade-Chamberlain. First time shot. Unfortunately saved by Melia, but that's going to be the score. 2-0 to ourselves. 3 points coming home with us. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace.